after what we saw last season, it's official. The Pacers won the Sabonis Haliburton trade. And I don't even think it's close, honestly. I mean, let's just look at Tyrese Haliburton for a sec, bro. 2-time All-Star. Ooh, look at that. I like how that does that. That's lit. Last year's assist champion, All-NBA. He was on the rookie team, but that was back when he was on the Kings. He was on the Olympic team, played very well. So it was just kind of like, yeah, it's just kind of a no-brainer when the Kings and Fox and Sabonis don't even make the playoffs. You know, it's just like, these guys went to the Western Conference Finals. These guys went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. And even though it was a bunch of like injuries and stuff that they got there and it was a fraud, whatever, Tyrese Haliburton is still a guy who plays in big games. I mean, let's just look at it. I mean, past 2 years in Indiana, All-Star, right? Averaged 20 points and 10 assists back-to-back years. That's ridiculous he shot 40% from the field 2 years ago, and then he got worse because he shot more. Barely. Man, that's crazy how much that affects that. But one thing that we talk about is like he's literally on his path to being a superstar. Now, I'm a guy who doesn't throw out the term superstar easily because I think you've got to win an accolade of some sorts. But he's on the road there. He's better than a lot of guys in the East. I think in terms of guards in the East, it's like Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Haliburton, Maxi's there-ish. Donovan Mitchell's there. And that's pretty much it in terms of like the top of the East right now. And so, but Tyrese Haliburton is probably, I would take him over any of those guys. It's really close to Brunson though. But this team that he's commanding and that he led to the Eastern Conference Finals last year and to the in-season tournament final, don't forget about that. How good is this team that he's leading? We just got to start off, bro. This team is deep. Like, absolutely deep. 20-foot hole deep, bro. Tyrese, Andrew Nembhard, Aaron Nesmith, Pascal Siakam, Miles Turner. Off the bench, you got another 5 ready to go. Boom. TJ McConnell, Ben Shepherd, Ben Mathurin, Obi Toppin, Isaiah Jackson. Then you got, James Wiseman and Jarris Walker are cool, but, bro, that's a legit 10-man lineup. Easy. And then you go to the playoffs and it's like comes down to 8 or 9. Bro, that's like getting Ben Mathurin back is going to be a big deal. We'll talk about him in a sec. But this team is loaded. And we've seen how important that is to have a deep team because you have that superstar guy, right? A star. Let's call him a star right now. Star player. Pascal Siakam. I don't know if he's like a star, but he definitely puts in the work for the team. Miles Turner solid. I call him AN squared. I guess that's like the only nickname. Andrew Nembhard and Aaron Nesmith. Those guys just lock down, play good defense. They can shoot a little bit. They can handle the ball a little bit. But when you got Tyrese Haliburton running the engine, bro, it's pretty easy. And then you got TJ McConnell coming in. Ben Shepherd. I like Ben Shepherd a lot. Ben Mathurin I love. We all saw him in the Rising Stars game where he just balled out. Obi Toppin catching lobs. We've seen this team compete. So off the bat, 100%, they are contending. They are contenders for the NBA title this year. They're going to be one of the top 3, 4 teams in the East. Maybe not top 2 because I think Giannis is going to have a resurgence this year. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So Ben Mathurin, let's look at his stats, bro. 16 down to 14.5. Because he dropped down some games. He played a lot of games his first year. Second year, he's only 21, turning 22 this year, but 59 games. If they can get him for more than 60 to 65, at least like the league minimum, like the requirement, 65, that's going to be a fun team, dude, because they have him come off the bench instead of him starting. They have Siakam, because he didn't really play much with Siakam there, from what I remember. So now you have that scoring coming off the bench, Siakam in the starting lineup, plus there's Pascal Siakam who can do a lot of stuff. They're just a fun team. They got good defense. Haliburton, at least he's tall. If he was shorter, he'd literally just be Trae Young. Let's talk about it. He'd literally just be Trae Young. But he's taller. He's a little bit longer. You can't just you can actually kind of put him on some guys sometimes. If he's not an absolute offensive threat, at least he's long. He can reach up and, contest and stuff. Then you got Miles Turner, Pascal Siakam, and the AN squares like I would talk about. So off the bench, TJ McConnell, he's a dog, right? So this team, I think, it works very well together. It's been kind of fun recently to see. I just did a video about the Rockets. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. But there's a lot of young teams right now that have solid young cores, some budding stars in there. And this is one of them. And they're actually competing. But going back to the depth chart, I want to see the kind of jump that Tyrese Haliburton makes, whether it's in assists and scoring, because he averaged kind of, like I said, 20 and 10. Imagine if he goes like 23 or 24, 25 at like 11. Just like, dude, like this guy definitely can ball out. Now, despite what happened in the Eastern Conference Finals where they lost and the Tyrese Haliburton got hurt and stuff, don't forget what the Pacers did to the Boston Celtics in the East Season Tournament. And people are like, oh, East Season Tournament is trash, whatever. Go watch that Celtics Pacers game because that game was electric, dude. That was like, it was awesome. It was so cool. Tyrese Haliburton with like a 25-point triple-double. Jaylen Brown with 30. Jason Tatum with 30. And they put the Celtics in the dirt. And at the time, they didn't have Siakam, and I guess the Celtics weren't playing Porzingis either. But on that roster also was Buddy Hield, who hit like 5 threes in that game, and Bruce Brown, who the Pacers don't have anymore because they made the trades and lost Buddy Hield and stuff. But they're still contenders. They still have a really, really good team. Despite the injuries, they can still beat teams. I mean, they're a good team who's driven by a star player. I mean, don't forget this. This was crazy where he hit that on Dame. Oh, man, he's just so much fun to watch, right? I love Tyrese Haliburton. I remember my friend was like, dude, Tyrese Haliburton is going to be like one of your favorite players in the league. And he is. He's a certified baller. If you don't think he's a big shot maker, you're wrong. He can assist a ton. Like, he can facilitate the floor. He grabs rebounds and goes. Like, I haven't seen anybody really do that. I guess Luka does that and like Braun, but like not a ton of other people can just like rebound and gone. And not like whip it ahead like Kevin Love, just like think, but like facilitate and actually maneuver through an offense. It is very, very special to watch. So that's why I really like the Pacers. I'm really high on them. I don't know where they're going to land in terms of like record-wise and stuff, but they are a good team. Anyways, this is episode whatever of Contenders and Pretenders. So if you have not seen the rest of them, I got a playlist full. Probably go check it out. It's in this. It should be right in the description or linked somewhere. You can find it. But that's all I got for today. I'm posting every single one of these 3 times a week until the season starts in about 3 weeks or so. So that's all I got for today. We out.